I don't trust people who hate babies. How can you hate a baby? They can't do anything to harm you physically, mentally, or emotionally. They cannot hurt you physically. They're babies. They're so tiny they can barely move. They can't hurt you emotionally or mentally. They're not playing mind games with you or being really mean, saying mean things. So I don't understand it. And that got me thinking. One thing about babies is when they enter a room, all the attention is on the baby. I don't care how juicy the gossip is. We could have found out who really killed JFK, and all the attention will go to the baby. So then I came up with people don't hate babies. People get jealous of the attention babies get. I do stand-up comedy. A few years ago, I was performing at this club. The owner's cousin came in with his grandchild who was a baby, and I was on stage, and this man walks up by the stage with the baby, holding its arm like this, waving to me like I was an animal at the zoo. And everyone was just looking at the baby. I guess that's a bad example because that is kind of out of the ordinary. But you know what I mean? That got everyone's attention. Back then, though, I just ignored it. I wasn't comfortable enough yet to say something or make the situation funny. Now, if it happened to me, I'd be like, sorry guys, it's my weekend with the baby. I get why you can hate kids though, because they are really, really mean. And no matter how mean they are, their mom or dad's gonna be like, there's a child, which is true, they're still learning, but it's annoying. Your feelings are still validated if a baby calls you a fatty loser. Fatty McLoser. I'm like, hey, your child just called me a fatty McLoser. And I'll be like, that's a child. I'm like, but I'm still a person and it hurts. But then most children learn. But I feel like a lot of them don't because there's a lot of mean adults out there in the world. People say that you grow out of things when you're a child. I feel like most people do, but some people keep the same traits. I noticed there's still tattletales. There's middle-aged people that are tattletales. There's elderly people that are tattletales. I just don't get the thrill you get on telling on someone, maybe just ruining their fun. I don't know. Hopefully you grow up pooping your pants. I didn't. I read the story online, and I don't know if it's true or not, but the fact that I could believe it, let's say it's true. You've probably heard it too, or read it. This woman divorced her husband because her toddler told the mom about a girlfriend that daddy had. And then the wife never believed the husband and she would never listen to him, and they get divorced, and it comes out that the child lied because they were using it as revenge for punishment they got for the father. Now she's going to have to go to therapy because not only did all that happen, but she's the reason. Now, she's like a child, so she doesn't understand what she did. We shouldn't hold her accountable because she's like a baby still, but that's crazy. I don't hate children, but just I get it that they're children and they shouldn't say mean things, but also people say, oh, you're an adult, you shouldn't let things bother you, but that's such a lie. Words hurt. So I understand, I get why people hate kids. But on the other hand, I don't get mad at babies or kids for being babies or kids in public. I hate when people are like, oh, why do people bring babies to restaurants? Because they cry and ruin my time. They're citizens. They have the right to go anywhere you do. You were once a baby. You were once a child. Now, I think you should try to keep your kids well behaved. As a childless adult, I have every right to give parenting advice because I know it all. Not really, but I get to observe. I was at this restaurant, and this baby, maybe close to a toddler, was in the chair, their high chair at the restaurant, and the baby was making normal baby noises, being a little loud. It wasn't ruining my meal, But what really ruined my meal was the grandmother. Every minute was like telling her to be quiet. But the grandmother was being louder than the baby. I should have said something to grandma. I'm like, can you please keep your grandmother down at the restaurant? She's the one ruining my time. Like a baby crying, I'm not like, oh yeah, I love when babies cry. But like it doesn't bother me. That's what they do. They're babies. But having to hear someone's grandmother or grandfather go, please be quiet, just let them be. Just let them be. They're not ruining my time. You are. I don't think you should shame people that don't want to have kids. But you know, I also see on the flip side is people making fun of people that have a lot of kids. And I think that however many kids a person wants to have is their business. I hate when people say that poor people shouldn't have children. They're like, oh, they can't afford them. Well, you know, if they want a family and that's what they want to do, they should be able to do it. You don't get to decide how many kids someone or someone does not have. You know, kids, they grow up and sometimes they be monsters like Martin Scarelli or anyone in Big Pharma. Don't be an adult, though, that bullies kids online. Like, I saw people saying mean things about the Rizzler. I'm like, that child's like 9 years old. He looks like older than he is, but even then, like, why don't be mean to children? Because no matter what, let's say the child does say something mean to you, if you say something back, you're going to look like the villain because you're the adult and it does hurt you to have feelings, like I said. But you also have to have like the emotional capacity to just like walk away and not say anything. You could say something to the parent, but the parents will be like, why did you provoke my child to call you ugly? I don't hate babies, but I hate what comes with the territory sometimes. I think gender reveal parties can be cool, but why do a lot of them seem to end in death or like destruction? I've read of like people getting shot, like a cannon malfunctions or a forest fire happens because of a gender reveal party. I think they need to be toned down a little bit. A gender reveal party should not involve an ambulance or your city to have to evacuate. In Youngstown, Ohio, someone had a gender reveal at Applebee's and they threw confetti outside on the sidewalk. And then they got into a fight with the staff because they said they weren't going to clean it up and the police had to come. What a great way to start. Looking at the scrapbook. Yeah, this is your Aunt Linda, your Uncle Jeff. Oh, and this is when your Uncle Steve fought the cook at an Applebee's because we didn't want to clean up our mess. You think that gender reveal parties are the most, like, should be the most, like, calm things? But they're not. Some closing thoughts. Don't hate babies. Don't hate children. If they're mean to you, just ignore them. Try to keep the gender reveal parties calm. Thank you guys. Bye. I love you.